And, I asked that question, general curiosity, and also generally, I'm sure you've encountered this amongst veterans and in the larger sort of culture of psychedelics that you would obviously have to be somewhat abreast to, running the organization Heroic Hearts, which is that the sense that, that if you take ayahuasca, if you take psychedelics, it's going to fundamentally change you into being a different person. That there's this sense of like, it's going to make you more liberal. It's going to, whatever it is, it's going to turn you into hippie. It's going to so on and so forth. And some of that is stigma. Some of that maybe is the case. You might become more open, more receptive, more compassionate, more empathetic, but it isn't necessarily going to, this is the thing that more and more it's revealed, like it doesn't necessarily fundamentally alter your political views. And that's maybe an aside. There's a lot of discussion happening right now about, for example, the QAnon shaman and a number of sort of examples where psychedelics didn't exactly increase propensity towards liberal or democratic values or anti-war values or et cetera. And you can comment on that if you like. I don't necessarily feel like it's appropriate or necessary for you and I to dive down that. I don't really feel competent enough to talk about it all that intelligently, to be honest. But if you wanted to comment on that, you could. But otherwise, I have another question.
Yeah. No, I mean, I agree. I haven't seen in my own personal experience from the veterans I work with or the people that I've worked with that it fundamentally changes the core of who you are. People tend to be similar in a lot of ways. It might change certain negative behaviors, make you more open, maybe make you less neurotic, and maybe open a little bit more to change. But, I've met plenty of people who are still, I don't know if you're allowed to have curse, but like assholes before and after, they've done plenty of ayahuasca ceremonies and they're still assholes. And so I personally kind of disagree, because I've heard Graham Hancock say that of like, if only politicians, they should be required to take it. I personally don't think it would fundamentally change a lot of stuff. And then you're going to have to dive into sort of the ego enhancing spiritualism side of that dynamic too, which gets more in the weeds of all this. So I don't know. I think we, in our own side, we just kind of have to, I think that a lot of that's projecting of like, this is the way to change everything in an easy sort of fashion. And there is not going to be an easy way, but we can help those that are seeking it.